Welcome to Coffee and Bottles with Nathusha and Adriana.
Yeah.
Because I think your ears would hurt if I started clapping into the
You know.
but yes, absolutely. Fed is best. I like
Fed
that.
is, yeah.
I
I
like that.
and I remember I speaking to someone and I wanted to cry, and that's what they said. They said fed is best. Like I know, and I've had other mothers who formula fed, and they said, everyone thinks it's like so natural to breastfeed, but if it was so natural, then why is it so different from every single mother? Like
Hmm.
why isn't it the same experience, right? Like one
Exactly.
person
Yeah.
produces enough for their child, another person doesn't. Like why is there such a
Yes.
discrepancy with that? But
It's so true.
mhm,
Yeah,
yeah,
absolutely.
of course there's like wonderful um, benefits to breastfeeding, and
Hmm.
but
Hmm.
there's formula out there that mimics a mother's milk as well, so I don't think anyone should feel bad. Like you
Yeah,
shouldn't feel bad if you can't breastfeed, not at all.
exactly. I don't see anything wrong with it. I really don't. I
No,
really
not me either. Like it costs less to breastfeed only, right?
don't.
Um,
Hmm.
but there's nothing wrong with the formula. Like they ensure that all the minerals are there, and they ensure that there's some of them even have probiotics in them. Like there's so many different kinds of formula that you can pick from, and the hospital sometimes recommend a formula as well. Like for us, they
Yeah.
recommended Enfamil
Oh,
because they
okay.
said that it's one of the formula brands that's closest to mother's milk.
Mm.
So that's what they
Oh, okay.
recommended to us. And of course, other people use different formulas, and I'm sure it's pretty much the same. But that hospital that I was at, they recommended that particular brand.
Right. Oh,
Yeah.
cool. Didn't know
Hmm.
that.
Yeah. Like I didn't really manage my stress while it was baby. Like my mom was with me for a month, so I was
Hmm.
very
Hmm.
fortunate. So I think that helped with my stress level quite a
Yeah,
bit.
same. Yeah, yeah.
Um, so I'm so thankful for that. But
Hmm.
ways that you can help yourself is really like I know people will feel bad, but you can always ask for help, like with anything. Like that's
Hmm.
the time when you should be like clicking into any connection or any friend that you have and say, I need help with this. Can you help me with it? Can you drop off like food or
Yes. Yeah,
something, right?
exactly.
Like that's the
Yeah.
time
Yeah.
to to do that. Even like laundry, dishes, meal prep, like all those things, like,
Hmm.
see if you can ask for support
Hmm.
and have someone else deal with them and don't make it your problem.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Like honestly, that's what friends are for. Friends and family, like
Yeah.
that's your support group, right? Like that's
Yes.
your circle. And
Hmm.
like if it were any other way, you would probably do the same for them. So don't feel
Yeah.
bad about asking for help because again, yeah, we were all really blessed to like have so much support and
Yes.
like
There's some cultures where, your mom stays with you for a month, and there's other cultures where they're there for only a week or two. And
mhm,
whatever
mhm.
help you can get, take it. Like
Exactly. Yes.
just take it and enjoy it. And yeah, don't worry about inconveniencing anyone else because you're the one with the baby. Like you're
Hmm.
right.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
yeah. Yeah, so that was the most stress management I ever did was just like try and ask my mom to help me.
Hmm.
Um, I didn't worry about dishes. I didn't worry about meal prepping. I didn't worry about like laundry. I think I would do Mowgli's laundry. But other than
Hmm.
that, my
Yeah.
laundry, I'm fortunate enough. My partner took care of laundry
Yeah. Well,
and
and
stuff
let's
like
be
that.
honest, you probably wore like maybe 3 or 4 like outfits.
Yes.
You didn't, you know, wasn't
No.
fancy attire or
No.
anything.
Anything
Yeah.
that I can stretch down so the boob can come out. Wear it.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I remember at one point I was so, so excited because I
Hmm.
had like a gift card for H&M. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, yay, I'm gonna be like a really, stylish breastfeeding
Yeah.
mom. Like I'm gonna get a really nice shirt from H&M. So
Yes.
I got one and it turned out to be one of those like the ones that attach like like a swimsuit. I don't know if that's called.
Uh, oh, so it's like it's a hole in the shirt?
Um,
Wait, maybe you're not,
kind
I'm not
it was
thinking.
no, it was so it was a normal shirt,
Yeah.
that was just really, really, really low, and it
Hmm.
would unbutton at the top,
Yeah.
and then bottom buttoned like a swimsuit, like
Oh.
it kind of, like a diaper shirt, like a
Oh, okay. I
yeah. So
loads of
that was
buttons.
yes, yes, yeah, yeah,
Oh my God. Why?
yeah. I don't know. But I had a gift card, so I was like,
Yeah.
I'm using this, and I have it till this day. But it was so funny because I was just like, I'm so fancy right now, and then I spilled milk all over. This is why I don't need to be fancy because you're just
No.
gonna get milk everywhere.
Exactly. You got milk everywhere. I got spit up everywhere.
That too. Yeah.
On my back, on the front, like I just covered. And
Oh,
honestly, if I did not smell that bad, I would
mm.
continue to wear it.
Yeah. I think we only changed like what the tops, and then
Yeah,
that was it. Like the bottom,
whatever.
it's still
It's still
it's
good.
comfortable. So
Yes.
that's what matters.
Whatever's gonna get me through the day. Oh.
Yeah, exactly.
Um, Zippers are very helpful. Let me tell
Yes,
you.
yes.
Less buttons, the better.
Hmm.
Just zip and go. Zip, zip, zip. That's it.
You have that like mark, but did you have that or just?
And I actually pulled down the zipper, so I would never zip it all
uh
the way.
oh, smart. Okay.
I don't know if that's safe, but I wouldn't do it because I felt like yeah, it might like scratch his face.
Yes, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
right?
That's actually like it wasn't scratches, but it was like bed marks. It was kind of
Yes.
like the fur bed marks.
Yeah.
Which again, I felt really bad about, but like I obviously realized and then didn't do that anymore.
Yeah. But
So
also
yeah,
it doesn't make them uncomfortable. Like they would tell us,
exactly.
right?
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. It is what it
It
is.
is what they survived. That's all that matters.
Yeah, that is the goal here.
Yes.
Okay, what this episode should be about. Just
I know.
survive.
Remember when I said fed is best? Alive is best. Oh my gosh. Oh man.
But
Um,
speaking of food,
yes.
um, were you talking about how you were mentioning something about like eating food or something? Like
Oh,
after the fact?
yeah. Okay. So I was fortunate enough that I had a
Mhm.
naturopathic doctor as my doula, and she came in for
Mhm.
like for about 2 appointments after birth to just check
Mhm.
on me and Mowgli as well. And
Mhm.
she had a list of things that she recommended, and one of the biggest thing was make sure that you're eating for 2 people. Like during pregnancy, you're not really eating for 2 people. You're kind of just eating, what was it, 300 calories more than what you would normally eat. Um,
Yes, yeah.
right? But
Hmm.
when you're breastfeeding, you're actually eating for 2 people. You're eating a lot more. You're hungrier a lot more because you're feeding your little one. Um,
Yes, yes.
yeah, so So for postpartum care, what she recommended was like if you're feeling like nauseous, she's like eat smaller but more frequent meals. Um,
Mhm.
like eating sugary foods can cause like
Mhm.
blood sugar fluctuations, and that can make your nausea worse. So like
Oh, I didn't know that.
yeah, so when you're hungry, like the most logical thing to eat for you, it would be like, going for the bread, the pasta, the cookies, like other types of treats.
Hmm.
Um,
Hmm.
but you kind of have to keep in mind, okay, I'm having pasta, but I'm gonna include some bed cheese. Like I'm gonna include that. Um, she mentioned like having snacks throughout the house, so you can just grab it,
Mm.
right? Like you can be in
Oh,
the bedroom and there's a snack, you go into the nursery, there's a
yes.
snack, like just everywhere, just have
Hmm.
snacks. And really
Hmm.
good snacks are like nuts and seeds because they're high protein.
Mm.
Trying,
Okay.
yeah, trying to include like grains like oats, brown rice, quinoa, meats, like
Mm.
include meats, avocado, yogurt, like really, really high protein, because I think that would definitely help you. Um, but she
Ooh.
also mentioned, and this is key when you're breastfeeding, try to
Mm.
limit beans and lentil.
Oh.
So it can make you gassy, but it can also make baby gassy as well.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so she
Yeah.
mentioned to limit that. Um,
Oh.
Fish is great because of the high omega-3 fatty
Mm-hmm.
acids.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know about you, but like during pregnancy, I tried to eat more fish, but I was always worried about like the
Mm-hmm.
mercury content, right? So what I learned
Yes.
was the bigger the fish, the higher the mercury content, because things like shark is is not good.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Um,
Yes. You're right.
and
You're
then
right.
there's
Yeah.
an acronym called SMASH. So try to
Mm.
stick with salmon, mackerel, A for anchovies, at sardines, herring.
Oh.
Yeah, so like those are the
Oh, that's
smaller fish.
cute.
Yeah. So
Oh.
so try to stick with those. Not a lot of people know this, but you should try and take a prenatal while you're breastfeeding as well.
Really?
Yeah, so if you take, it depends on which ones you're taking. I took the NFH prenatal SAP, and I took
NF.
NFH prenatal SAP.
Mm-hmm.
I got it off of Amazon, I
Mm-hmm.
think. And I took one capsule
Oh,
twice a day with my meals.
okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
so
With your meals.
with my meals because it makes you nauseous if you don't.
Oh, that's good to know. I feel like a lot of people miss that part
Yes,
and they're just like, oh, I have to take it. So I'm just gonna take it.
yes,
And it's like, no, no. Make sure you have food.
yes. And then you're like, bleh.
Yes, yeah, exactly. Why did I take
I know.
it?
So, so I took that, and that makes like it's great because you know you're getting everything that you need, right? When you're feeding your baby. Um,
Yeah.
and
Oh,
then
that's wonderful.
yes, um, now another thing is so
Mhm.
because I wasn't producing enough, I kind of got obsessed with milk production.
Mm,
I
yes.
started doing all these
Yeah.
different things.
Article,
Yes,
article,
yeah,
Pinterest, trying this,
every
that. Yep.
tea and pill that you can think of.
Yes. Yes. Oatmeal.
Yes.
Everyday oatmeal. It
Uh,
also helps for like, if you're backed up.
it's true. It is. It's very, very true. And flax seeds. But yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But she actually gave me a list of things that you can do to up your milk production. So one was like fenugreek tea. So
Mhm.
fenugreek, Fenugreek tea, and they're little
Okay.
seeds that you would like boil, and then you would drink the water as a tea. That's one.
Mm.
Yeah, so if you're looking into like ways for milk production, I would definitely like Google the best way to make fenugreek tea, um,
Mhm.
and anything else that I mentioned. Fennel seeds.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Fennel. If you take that
Mm-hmm.
and you boil some water, drink the water, right? Maybe 3 times a day. Um,
Mm-hmm.
that's really good. And
Ooh.
also, if you have a gassy baby,
Mm.
it helps.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's good to know. I didn't know that. I know that, like, I eventually found out that what I ate affected, like, the gassiness of
Yes.
my kids.
Mm-hmm.
Little, you know. But yeah, I didn't know that. Mm.
Yep. It's so important to
Mhm.
to look at what you're eating if if your baby is gassy or if your baby is colicky, right? Like yourself. Um,
Mhm.
eat for two, I already mentioned that. There's
Mhm.
also like pills you can take. So if
Mm.
you want something natural, there's like fenugreek and blessed thistle. And they say
Okay.
like take one of each like twice a day, and that can like improve your milk production. Um,
Mm.
but if you really would like to see a difference, that you can always speak to your doctor. I think they have a pill that you can take as well. I can't remember what it's called, but you can always talk to your doctor about that as well.
Hmm.
And also another thing that's really, really important, staying hydrated, like drinking about 2 liters of water per day.
Yes, yes. I think you mentioned that in the other episode too.
Yeah. So water, 2 liters per day. Stay away from the juice because it's really sugary. If you want some flavor, maybe get like fruit-based teas and just steep them. Add some honey, maple
Hmm.
syrup to make it sweeter. But yeah,
Hmm.
smoothies, freshly pressed juice, those are things that you need to put in your body, like to hydrate so you can produce more milk. Um,
And it's
and
like quick and fast, something you can like just whip up in the
yes,
kitchen or
exactly. So, like you can drink the teas, you can take the pills, but you also need to make sure that you're hydrated because if you're not hydrated, doing all of that is not going to help you as much.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Lactation cookies. So these are my favorite, and I think it's
Ooh.
because I make them and then I sell them. So,
I think
so
so.
yeah, I think so too. But like people sell lactation cookies. Like you can buy them at the store. Like you can go to like Toys R Us or you can go to any health food store. They have lactation cookies that you can take, but then there's also people who make them and you can make them yourself as well. Um, I make lactation cookies. Um, if you're in the GTA, my Instagram handle is at self dot luxe. And I run an apothecary. So along with lactation cookies, I do energy bites and things like that. And the reason I started making
Mhm.
them is because while you have a baby, it is very difficult to get in the kitchen and bake cookies for yourself, right? You're trying to get a meal in throughout the day. The last thing you want to think about is baking cookies, right? So
Mhm.
um, I
Mhm.
wish I knew more people who were doing it when I was
Mhm.
breastfeeding. I would have definitely just bought them. Um,
Yes.
but yeah, that's something that I do because I know how it feels to not
Yes.
be able to to help yourself produce more milk, right? So yeah,
Mhm.
lactation cookies, and they have like awesome ingredients. Like a lot of them use oatmeal, flax seeds, walnuts, anything with like high omega threes to
Mhm.
to help you produce more milk. Um, brewer's yeast, that's a um, big ingredient.
Oh.
Yeah, brewer's yeast is a
Mm.
really big ingredient that helps with producing milk as well. But yeah, I think
Oh, I didn't know.
yeah. So I think those are what I have for like producing more milk.
Mhm.
Can you think of anything else? Am I missing anything?
Um, yeah, like let's see. Yeah, I just mostly I ate oatmeal every single morning.
Mm-hmm.
Drink lots of water.
Yeah.
Um,
My mom
mm,
made me like um, curry, and it had
mm.
cumin in it, and cumin is like culturally, cumin is a really big one that helps with postpartum care and producing more milk. So she gave me a lot of that.
Oh,
Yeah, and I was required to eat it for
oh,
like 30 days. Yeah.
yeah, I think my mom made something for me too, but I can't remember. I've either repressed it because I ate it so much.
Because it was so gross.
No, I think it was good, but after a while, I was just like, ah, this
I
again.
know.
But it did help. Oh, I have to remember because it was a good one, and it wasn't
Mhm.
one of the ones you mentioned. Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
well, you
Oh,
can mention
yeah.
it
I'll come
later.
to
So
it.
it's, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But but yeah, there's so many things like culturally um that we have, and like they may be gross, but they do wonders to the body.
Yes. Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Like that. Yeah. It's so interesting like how fenugreek tea, like we use fenugreek in cooking,
Mm.
and like it's just it's amazing. I'm sorry. Like
I didn't
I
really know
feel
it
like
though.
yeah, I feel like when I was younger, I didn't appreciate all these like cultural foods or cultural traditions that we had, but like everything
Mm.
that they do, there's a reason behind it. And then when I speak to a naturopath, she's like, yeah, you should have fenugreek and you should have fennel. It's like, oh, my mom was trying to feed me that
Um,
not too long ago.
oh,
Right?
that's why.
Yeah. She also had recommendations for Mowgli as well.
Mm.
Um, so like with Mowgli being gassy and he had trouble
Mm.
with his bowels, like just having a bowel
Yeah.
movement, she recommended a probiotic. So I
Yes.
mentioned that in the other episode about how great it was. And then
Mm-hmm.
vitamin D as well. And
Mm.
if you're if
Yes.
you're
I agree.
if you're breastfeeding, you need to give your baby vitamin D every day,
Yes.
400
Yes.
IU.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
And
you
there's
can
many.
order that off Amazon too.
Yes, exactly. And if you're doing probiotics, BioGaia
Mm.
has a probiotic that has vitamin D in it.
Mm.
BioGaia, so BioGaia,
Mm-hmm.
probiotic drops.
Oh, okay. Good to know.
Yeah, so you kind of get both, so you're not like worried about, okay, I'm going to do the probiotic and then I'm going to do the
Yeah.
the vitamin D. And there's two ways to give it to your baby. Like you can drop it in their mouths, but that's kind of difficult. But
Mm.
you can put it on your nipple during breastfeeding,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yes.
then they can
Yeah.
get it through there as well. Yeah,
Yes. I used to do that as well.
yeah, it's hard.
Yeah, oh, yeah. Especially when the tiny little thing comes and it's like, oh, it missed. Like, it took forever to come out.
It's like catch it before it goes in their ear.
Yes.
It's like rolling down their cheek.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
I've had those moments.
I must have.
I know.
Yeah,
It's like
seriously.
you'll have moments like that, and it's
Mm,
okay. It's all right.
yeah, you'll
Grab a
have to,
cloth, wipe it off. It's all good.
exactly. Don't get Hulk on us. Like, it's all good.
Yeah,
You'll be okay.
exactly. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram, and feel free to tag us at hashtag Coffee and Bottles Podcast. Thank you for listening to Coffee and Bottles. Keep sipping on.